Welcome to DevOps channels. Today's video's topics is Kubernetes volume. So what is Kubernetes volume and when should we use Kubernetes volume? What is the advantage of Kubernetes volume? Everything I will explain in this video with an hands-on example. So what is Kubernetes volume? So normally when we create any pod, so when we delete the pod, the data will destroyed. So any data in this pod will be deleted after deleting the pod. For this situation, we can overcome by using volume. So when we use volume, the data will be persistent. So after deleting the pod, all data will be remaining alive. Okay, so let me explain everything with a hands-on example. So before using volume, let me create a file to showing like if we don't use the volume, what happened. So let me create a file. So cat so this is a just simple file where I'm using BusyBox image. So it's a simple file. So let me apply this file, kubectl apply and save. So kubectl get pod. So pod is running. So if I get inside the pod, kubectl cc, our pod name is PVC dash. Okay, so let me create a file here like echo then home t.txt. So let me check the file home. So I created a file in the home directory and the file name is d.txt and there is a message is tag. Okay, let me delete the pod now. So kubectl let me save. So sometime it will take a little bit time, but be patient. So pod is deleted. If you want to make sure, so you can see kubectl get pod. There is no pod. So let me create the pod again. So kubectl get yo. So kubectl is ec minus t. So ls home, there should be a file Dhaka, but there is no file. So home d.txt, there is no file. So when the pod is deleted, our data will also deleted. So for overcome this situation, we are using pod. And this video I will showing we are using this file in Minikube. Also the pod will be volume is using Minikube. Okay, so let me delete the pod. So what is volume? So volume, we need to create a file PV. So there is a file for PV. Like if we want to create a 5 GB file, then from that file we can take another file is PVC. So let me wait. So for using volume, we need to first create one file is persistent volume or PV. Let me create the file first, then we can explain what is this. So pv.yaml. So in this file, we just create a persistent volume, and the size is 1 GB, and the persistent volume name is demo PV. And the mounted path is met/data, and this PV is already working in Minikube. So if you want to use like any cloud like AWS or Azure, then there is another separate video I have already created. That way you can use the EVS volume in your Kubernetes cluster. So in this video I will explain how we can use our local Minikube cluster as a volume. So first we need to create a persistent volume. Then we need to create a file, PVC, so persistent volume claim, pvc.yml. So this file name kind is persistent volume claim, because we are creating persistent volume claim. Then this persistent volume claim name is demo PVC, and size is 1 GB. So make sure this size is less than this size, because like this is a block of storage. Like if we can create a block 5 GB, and from that 5 GB we can take 1 GB. But like if the block is less than the persistent volume claim, then it will not working and will get an error. So make sure always PV will bigger than the PVC. So now we create a pod file that will explain the volume using Kubernetes. So po.yml space here. So let me explain this file. So before we just create a simple pod file, this one. So now we add something like volume mount. So where this pod will be mounted. So this section we need to mention here. So mount path is data, and the name is data storage, and the volume is same name data storage, and persistent volume claim is demo PVC, which we created here. So make sure this name and this name should be same. Okay. Now let me check this three file we created. So kubectl apply -f. So if we first create the PV, then we create the PVC, then we create the pod. So if we want to see the PV or PVC, the command is like kubectl get PV persistent volume. Here is already I created before lots of PV. So this is our PV. So it's 1 GB, it's available. Okay, and if we see the PVC, you can see this one in just 20 minutes ago was created. So it's 1 GB starting, and our pod is also running. So kubectl get pod. So here pod is running. Now get inside the pod and create a file to make sure data will be persistent. So kubectl exec -it. So ls, we can see there is a directory data. This is our mounted point where we mentioned here in our on path. Okay, so let me create a file in the data folder. So echo yes, txt. So get. So we see the file is there with the text message checker. So let me exit from that container. So kubectl delete pod. I need to wait for seconds. So our pod is deleted. Let me check kubectl get po. So you can see there is no pod. So let me create the pod file again. So kubectl apply save kubectl get po. It's creating, it's running now. So kubectl it port name is PVC demo. So ls data, you can see there is a file d.text, and if we get this file data, you can see our message is there data. So basically this way we can persist our data. So if the container is crashes, or we can stop the container, the data will be still remaining alive. So we will don't lose any data. So this is the volume topics in Kubernetes. I hope this video will helpful for you. So if you feel this video is helpful, like the channel and subscribe the channel also.